Hey guys, welcome back. We're back again with another one.
Another riveting episode of the 2-in-1 podcast. We
Mm-hmm.
hope you guys have been having fun, staying safe, wearing a mask
Oh yeah,
over
yeah,
your nose.
yeah. I went to the swap meet today in the
Mm.
morning, and a lot of people are like just not. And that's a swap meet, and it's crowded. Or if they are wearing it,
Yeah.
they're wearing it like they're not covering their nose.
Yeah, no, dude, it's not taken seriously.
Mm-hmm.
This whole COVID-19 is not being taken serious at all. It's been canceled for quite some time.
Yeah,
Um,
they're gonna close everything up again. I feel
yeah,
like
yeah.
I hope they don't, but I am preparing for that.
Yeah, me too.
Because the bars were a big indication. They closed like all the bars again in Riverside County, and
mhm. All restaurants are supposed to be whatever indoor or whatever seating activity like it was there. It's now gone.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, it's just we're taking another step back,
Yeah, we're going back.
and I don't know what to say. It's really I'm just embarrassed. I'm embarrassed as an American. Straight up.
I'm embarrassed and I'm annoyed because
oh yeah,
like I'm annoyed at the people, but you can only be annoyed at the people for so long before you really get to the root of the problem, which is that the government handled this in the
Poorly.
worst way possible, and here we are again.
Here we are. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
like the COVID cases are rising.
Mm-hmm.
In Texas and Florida. California is going back
Mm-hmm.
as far as our lockout procedures have gone, and it's just Trump's still out there saying he's still saying that it's gonna go away
Mm-hmm.
randomly,
Like we're just gonna. I think the White House's unofficial plan is that herd immunity strategy.
Yeah.
They're just gonna wait and they don't. I mean, they don't really care. The only way that I see us like really quarantining is like if the hospitals really get overwhelmed, you know? But I don't think. I think even if people get sick and even if people die, nothing really is going to be done as long as those hospital numbers stay under control. Because then they're just going to be like, well, what else can we do? All we can do is like have like people admitted to the hospital, things are going as planned. And if people die, then, I mean, like, that sucks.
That sucks, yeah.
That's just what happens.
Well, my question is, too, is, now these cases are rising again, when in reality, this was not supposed to be the time for any cases.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone's wearing a mask and if everyone, just did their due diligence with this, with this pandemic and kept to that, we'd be chilling. And then that second wave was going to come regardless.
Yes.
So now what I'm thinking is I don't know anything as far as this pandemic will go, but once the fall hits, people are more susceptible to getting sick. Is it a third wave for us or a continuation of the second wave for that we already are experiencing now? This premature second wave that we've bumped us into.
I think so. Yeah, I think it might end up being 3 waves because. Well, okay, they said that the second wave originally was not so much going to be the amount of corona cases that there are, but because corona is still going to be lingering, it's not going to be completely gone by flu season, like the fall-winter flu season, it's going to overlap so that people who end up getting the regular flu are going to be admitted to the hospital, are more likely to be admitted to the hospital because corona is still in the air. But I guess what we ended up doing was causing a second wave of just corona and making it that much harder for the numbers to dwindle down by the time that we get to the regular flu season, making it a little bit shittier than it was probably going to already be, So I think that's what we did. We caused the second wave just out of sheer carelessness.
Yep. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to expect. And at the same time, people are being evicted now. Like,
Yeah. Like all those like protections
mhm.
that were put in place at the beginning
Mhm.
of quarantine are gonna expire while we're still
Yeah.
in the
And
throes of it.
we've only had one stimulus, a one time. I
Hmm.
mean, I don't need to remind everyone. We all know, like a one time stimulus check of 1,200.
Yeah.
No for sure talks of a
Yeah.
second one. Apparently, Trump's open to the idea, but he's not doing anything.
But yeah.
It's like you can be open to a lot of things, but it's really action that matters here.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think that second stimulus check is ever going to come through? Or
If Trump really wants to, if he has any shot of saving his his reelection, yes,
he's gonna do it?
I firmly believe that.
Yeah.
Because
it was smart of him. Sorry, continue.
No, go ahead.
Mine was done.
Okay, fair enough. I know. I just think it'd be smart of him just to send a second one because he's not only hurting like the people who aren't voting for him, but he's hurting his actual like voters as well.
He is.
It's not just it's not just the left people that are unemployed.
Yeah,
it's
everyone's going through it.
It's his people too.
Yeah.
The longer this goes, I don't know, the bigger the hole is like he's digging himself in.
I also think that he would do it. I think he would send out a second one just because, like, it's election time. Like, it would just be smart of him to send out a check with, like, your name signed at the bottom, reminding people, hey,
yeah, that, oh my God, yeah, that letter he sent, that personalized letter, how Americans are going through a hard time.
Yeah.
I skimmed over it. It was like I got it shortly after I got the check or got the deposit, but it had his signature and all that. Yeah, why not? If you're Trump, why not send a second one of those
and brag about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, do you think some people are like? Because virtually everyone that you talk to about the stimulus check is like, oh, thanks.
Right? Yeah.
Gee, thanks for $1,200.
Yeah.
So do you think it could have the opposite effect of like making people resent Trump even more? Like, bro, half the country is literally unemployed, and you send out a $1,200 check with no other help, no rent freeze, no
this is supposed
payment
to last another 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to what is this supposed to do? It's like, great, thanks. Like, I just think if a second one comes, I'm still gonna be like, oh, gee, thanks.
Yeah, because even then, it's like
there's no like Canada's getting what, like, is it $2,000 a month?
Per person, yeah.
Per person, like, I don't understand why we can't get any of this. I'm pissed off that like corporations got the bailout and we didn't get anything.
Yeah. Like always.
There's no rent freeze on anything. Yeah, okay, what about the landlords? But why not help the landlords out instead of helping out corporations out, Like, if you really care.
Like at the very least, exactly. That would be like the centrist position to take, is to be like, we're not going to freeze your rent, but we're going to subsidize your landlord so you don't have to pay rent right away. And it's like, not even that, right?
Not even
and that's something I could see the Democrats doing,
But, it just shows you, like, really, it's been handled poorly this entire time, And I think a second stimulus is really not going to do anything unless there's like talk of a third, after, or like any like new, anything new that he can like just give to the American people that are just because like another check is not going to last. People got to catch up on bills.
Yeah.
At this point, it's catching up and getting even, or it's getting even and getting ready for the next one. Yeah. And then after that, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, who knows, dude? I'm curious to see how that rent moratorium is gonna play out, because for a lot of people it was there's gonna be a rent moratorium of 6 months, but you're gonna owe that back rent. So when it comes time to owe back that back rent, we're still going to be in the midst of the pandemic, and a lot of people are still going to be unemployed. So are they going to extend that? Are they going to be like, all right, we'll do another 6 months? Or do you think they're just going to be like, screw you, everyone who did take that rent moratorium,
Like, I don't know, man. I just feel like if a second wave is going to happen right now, it just
Mhm.
makes sense to me if the government's going to be like, okay, we're going to extend everything, and we're going to send like a second, maybe a third stimulus check, you know, or
Mhm.
something like that. It just makes sense to me to extend it. You know, I would hope they would want to do that. But I don't see it happening. You know, it just seems like every opportunity that they've gotten to do some form of like decent work has
They're
been
like,
squandered.
no.
You know, it's been
Yeah.
they have dropped the ball on so many different things. The first check, not everyone. I know someone who actually has not gotten the first check. You know,
Yeah, I know a ton of people that didn't get the first check.
like what's
Yeah.
that was handled poorly.
Yeah.
You know, that bone that you threw to the American people.
Yeah.
That it still was like covered in shit, covered
Yeah.
in mud. You know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what to say, man. Like.
Yeah. In California, the kind of, I guess, good thing about it was that Newsom ended up doing, because the $1,200 check didn't apply to undocumented people, what Newsom did was like some program where like if you're undocumented you get $500, which is like, it still sucks, but also it's like, I don't know, did other states do things for their undocumented
people?
people?
I'm not quite sure, and I doubt it.
Because I know a lot of undocumented folks that like took that.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, that's $500.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, $500 is still $500.
Yeah, and that like legislation is, the stimulus check already wasn't enough, right?
Mm.
And now undocumented people are gonna get not even half of that. They're gonna get $500. But it's like, these really are like, you're getting bones thrown at you, because nothing that was done was like, didn't go as near as far as we needed it to go.
Yeah, it's not taking care of anyone.
Yeah. Do you think Trump is gonna lose? Do you think Biden can win?
I think so. You know, like Biden is actually showing some promise in like key states that Trump needs, like Florida. You know, and like Iowa, like is split. Not he doesn't really. I think it's interesting with Iowa because it's a right wing state.
Yeah.
And like Trump killed Hillary, you know, in the last election with it, but it shows Biden winning, like pulling over like 10 points right now
in Iowa.
And it's interesting. And Arizona's another state I think is interesting to watch because he's also kind of neck and neck, and you know, it's, you know, he needs these two states in order to actually like, win. You know, if he loses, if he doesn't get Florida, like, oh, bro, he's over.
That's gonna be it's gonna be a blow if he doesn't get Florida. I think Biden has a chance. Mm-hmm. I do.
Which is just crazy to think about because, I mean,
I think Biden has a chance of winning. It is crazy, and also like I wouldn't at the same time be that surprised if like Trump ended up winning again.
Oh yeah, like Biden could still drop the ball too. He's still not in the best shape. I don't see him talking much. You know.
Yeah. That would be funny if Biden won though.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be like this dude, like he, like Hillary Clinton would like, how unlikable does Hillary Clinton have to be to lose to Trump, who lost to Biden?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. Like Hillary. Yeah. That's, if anything, if Biden wins, that just tells you how unlikable Hillary Clinton really is. You know? Like, holy shit! I didn't even think that's a good burn on Hillary.
That, I mean, oh my god. But like, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes I do think back to 2016, and it's like she actively went out and campaigned against herself, like every time. Yeah. Every time.
I mean, like, it's interesting to think about, like, if, like, well, Hillary won the popular vote, you know, but like, you know, if Biden wins, you know, with the popular vote, or the electoral college or whatever, you know, if he just dominates in all, it's a landslide overall.
Yeah.
Like, it's just really funny to think about Hillary like losing. You know? Yeah.
Man.
What a time to be alive, guys.
What a time to be alive. So, I want to talk about like the Jenna Marbles,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shane Dawson, YouTuber. There's like
Oh
new
shit.
Shane Dawson drama. This is like separate from like the apology that he made, but
What's new? Because
so okay, I don't know like if you were like up to game with like the Jeffree Star, Tati Westbrook, Shane
okay,
Dawson,
so
James Charles.
I see the memes.
You see the memes about it?
I don't know.
So it's all funny because they're all makeup gurus.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All of these people put on makeup for a living, but they're always having so much drama for no reason. Like they're putting on makeup for a living.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, okay, so back in a little while back, I don't remember how far back it was. This beauty guru named Tati Westbrook, Jeffree Star, and Shane Dawson. No, Shane Dawson wasn't in it. Tati Westbrook and Jeffree Star ganged up on like James Charles for like preying on underage boys or some shit like that.
I remember this. Yes. Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Tati came out
It was
in a video,
something.
and she's like, she basically like just came out with like, "Hey, James Charles is like a piece of shit."
Yeah. Something like that. Like she calling out James Charles for like some stuff.
Yeah.
Which was like weird because James Charles is like a child. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know. I think even if you fuck up as a kid, like,
well, didn't he,
I don't know. That's like, it's an adult. You're beefing with a kid who.
Well, like, did James Charles like try to prey on like guys that were questioning their sexuality?
Yes. Okay, right? That's what it was. Okay. Yeah.
Now it's coming back to me now. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So Tati Westbrook put out that one video where she was like, James Charles preys on his straight friends or something.
Or his curious friends.
Yeah.
Right? Like
something like that.
He plays those kind of games where it's like, hey, bro, maybe you are gay.
Yeah.
Here's my dick.
Maybe you are gay. Here's my dick.
Here's my dick.
Try it.
Try it out. You might like it.
Oh my god, that's funny.
Well, like, yeah. Okay, so it was about that.
Okay, so apparently Shane Dawson. He was in on it. So, okay, at the time, I don't remember Shane Dawson being involved in any way.
Yeah,
but now right?
Yeah.
And now it turns out that like he was in some way.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Or I think he commented on it and he said something about like, oh, James Charles deserved it, or he needed to be humbled. I don't know, some shit like that. But somehow Shane Dawson is in the beef now.
Okay.
And so Tati Westbrook Shane Dawson is in the beef now, and then all the stuff came out about Shane Dawson where he's apologizing for everything, blackface and all the like racist jokes.
Yeah.
And I guess ever since that happened, a lot of people in like companies have disavowed Shane Dawson. Like he had like makeup that got discontinued or something. He put out like a palette of some eyeshadow or something like that. Okay. And I think Morph was distributing it, and they stopped. They're not selling it anymore. Huh. Damn. And I think this new Tati Westbrook thing is like piggyback into that like distancing from Shane Dawson stuff. Okay. So she like I'm gonna be real with you. I did not watch this video, but I guess she's like implying that like Shane is like some kind of sexual predator, I think.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, I saw like Shane Dawson I had no idea what the video was about or anything, and I just saw the clips of him. He went live on Instagram and he was like playing the video in the background, going like insane. He was like losing it in the live. He was like, "Oh my god, I can't even breathe. I'm crying. She's lying. That's a lie." Like he was going off.
Oh wow.
He was like hysterical, which I thought was kind of funny.
I mean, like if you're gonna like respond like that, it's not looking good.
It's just funny, like
I don't know. Like in his case, like in his defense, it's not looking good. Like
it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I was like, bro, if someone called me out on something like that, and I was like on live, and I was like, yeah, no, this is bullshit. This is all bullshit.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even go on live.
If I was like legit,
like you want drama at that point.
Yeah. If I was legit innocent, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
This is obviously a lie, guys.
Yeah.
Like this is like obviously a lie.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to go on live and like make a show about like this if it's true.
Yeah.
Like, or if it's false, like I just prove it.
Yeah.
You know? But in order, like, I don't know, to do that, it's just like that's such a defense mechanism. It almost looks like,
Yeah, I don't know. I just think I think I think drama is always going to be good for like YouTubers and things. Because even though like a lot of like they demonetized Shane's videos and like
like all three of his like channels too, right?
But it's like at the end of the day, he is producing views, and at the end of the day, that's what companies want. They will privately sponsor someone. You know what I mean? Like if like you're like. If you're using, like, their equipment or shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, they still will.
I mean, they could just easily put their money into some other, like, company name,
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
adopt another name and just, like, pump money through that.
Yeah.
Or whatever, other side thing they have.
Yeah, they would still, like, they would be fine. I do think, like, it's all drama. But it is kind of funny. It's like kind of funny to me. Just like it's just funny like going on Twitter and seeing like clips of Shane Dawson losing it.
Honestly,
on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to binge it all night. Like just tonight is the night where I just catch up on all this drama. And I'll next podcast I will.
It's gonna be about the Tati Westbrook drama.
We'll go in depth. We'll hit full in depth.
YouTube drama is so funny. Mm-hmm. Especially, like, in the makeup community, because, like, they're just putting on makeup. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, what are you possibly, like, drama and, like, politics YouTube, I get, maybe, because, like, you're actually, like, discussing things, right? But makeup? Right. Like, you're just putting on makeup.
Yeah, it should be like a Tasty video. It's like imagine if Tasty and like some other like
and some like Tasty and like BuzzFeed and, Eats like, or something like that.
Yeah, and they had some beef,
Wait, is Tasty part of BuzzFeed?
Oh, I don't know. I don't go that.
I think Tasty is part of BuzzFeed.
But you guys get it, right? Like like imagine if like two different like food networks are like, yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck these guys. Oh my god. How do you feel about Jenna Marbles quitting YouTube?
I think
for now, she said.
I mean, well, what is she trying to do again? Like,
I guess she just feels really bad about all the offensive content that she's made.
Okay.
Throughout the years, and
I'm gonna keep it real. I have not seen I've not kept up with Jenna Marbles like throughout the years. Like, not too much.
Me neither.
Like I don't know really like the offensive stuff that she's done. Like I didn't know she had offensive stuff.
All of the clips, so in the apology video, she brings up specific clips of videos of all the offensive stuff. And I don't remember. I don't remember those videos. Like, I don't remember ever watching them. But I guess, like, if it's content that she put out, and, like, and you're like, you look back on that and you're like, wow, like, I did that? You know what I mean? Like, I get that.
Isn't like so? I mean, like if she's going away, then there probably is some kind of information there's probably some kind of implying that she'll be back. So, however long of a break she takes, I hope she does like learn whatever she was wrong, and she grows from it. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But if it is offensive and all that too, it's like maybe you should stay away. If you can't change. Maybe you should take a look at yourself.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I do think, like, she genuinely, like, made, like, not offensive content. I don't remember watching, like, a Jenna Marbles video where I'm, like, where it feels like a Shane video with, like, the edgy Edgelord shit, like...
No, Shane seems like he's very Edgelord, like,
yeah.
I didn't get that vibe from Jenna, but...
No,
also,
straight up.
I can't say...
Also, she did do blackface. She did do blackface.
Everyone did it, apparently.
That is so funny to me. Like, it like in the 2000s and 2010s, like people are still
everyone
doing blackface.
Yeah, there's like we're gonna have fun with blackface. Just, like just like. It'd be cool if Steve dressed up as blackface, right? What the fuck,
yeah,
dude?
like, I can't think of
Justin
any...
Trudeau? Like, what?
I forgot that he did blackface.
Oh, I did it.
multiple times.
Yeah,
he did blackface multiple times.
He loved it. He was like, you know what? It's the calling card for me.
He was like, blackface is cool enough to do a couple of times. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, I'm cool with this. I'm cool with doing this like a few times.
It's just, that's hilarious. Like,
dude, blackface seems to me like it was offensive from the time that they started doing it. Like, I feel like people would look at that, like, back in the day and be like, oh, that's racist. You know what I mean?
I mean, like...
So the fact that, like, we're doing it now is, like...
I never saw blackface in prison. I never saw anyone who did blackface. But...
Me neither.
Like, so I don't know how, like, if there would be any, like, shock value if I saw that. Like...
I think I would be shocked if I saw, like, a real, like,
oh, totally now. But I think, like, back then, I don't know if I would have been, like... I can't say it back then if I would have been, like, yeah. Like, that's shocking. But I was a kid back then, too.
Well, okay, I guess a lot of, like, the shows that, like, we watched and loved had, like, blackface. Like, 30 Rock had some blackface, I guess, which I don't remember, but I'm going to go back and watch that. They took it off, I think, of, like, streaming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I want to go back and watch this because I literally don't remember
So is that going to happen with, like, every show? Like, that, like, ended up being, like racist? Like, are we just going to, like,
honestly,
cancel those episodes?
The way things are going, that's kind of... They've done it with Golden Girls. And, okay, the Golden Girls one seemed like not even... They had, like, a mud, like, mask on or something like that. And, I guess they consider that blackface.
Really?
Well, in the context of the episode, I haven't watched it, but I heard about it. I don't know, I don't even watch Golden Girls, so I don't know the characters' names, but I guess two of, like, the Golden Girls have, like, two of the girls.
Yeah. That are golden.
That are golden. They were doing, like, a mud mask, and some black people walk in when they have the mud mask on.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, this is mud, or something like that. Like, they don't want to look like they're doing blackface, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So, and they took off that episode because they considered it, like, blackfacey. There's a 30 Rock episode that they took off. I guess Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon did blackface?
Yeah, I know Jimmy Kimmel and Fallon did.
I remember Sarah Silverman did blackface for an episode of the Sarah Silverman program.
I'm not doubting that at all.
Yeah. It was such a stupid episode where it's like she gets into a debate with a black guy about who has it harder, like Jews or black people. And so they, like, do a switcheroo and, like, Sarah Silverman lives as a black person for a while, and the black guy lives as a Jew for a while. And they do that by, like, she does blackface, and he, like, dresses up as, like, a Jew.
A Jew? Yeah, he's like a yarmulke on. Oh, God.
And, yeah. But see, like, is that wrong? Because, like, I thought that was funny. Like, I watched that, and I would watch it now and be, like, like, nostalgic about it, because I did find it funny at the time. But I don't know, man. Now it's like, all right, like we talked about this briefly, like, the other, like, I don't know, at some point. And we were like, yeah, that stuff might have been, like, funny and edgy and all of that growing up, but, like, it's not necessary. Yeah. You know, like,
it's like, all this edgelord stuff is not necessary.
Yeah.
Like, I get dark humor, and yeah, I can laugh at it. Like, depending on how dark it could get, like, it can be pretty funny at times.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But also, isn't necessary. Like...
Yeah, is it necessary? Because, like, I guess you could make the case that comedy is subjective, and different people have different tastes. But, for example, like, right now in the political climate that we're in a time where, like, the nation saw, like, a brutal police murder, and you know, a lot of people, probably more than, like, would usually find it offensive, a lot more people are going to find it offensive. So, you making, like, edgy jokes, like, if you make, like, some edgy racist joke, for example, now, I think speaks a lot to... just all it really speaks to is, like, your edginess and nothing more, because it's not like you're not really contributing anything that we haven't heard before, and you're doing it at it, like, you know what I mean? Not being considerate about it. It's like you really are just looking for like some edgy points, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I mean, do you see anything beyond that? Because that really is like where the buck stops for me. Like,
well, like even then, like I don't hear that kind of like humor anymore. Like that kind of like because that kind of like jargon is like done with like for me, I hear that kind of stuff around coworkers and whatnot, or just like random people like on this whip, you know, and it will come up like on the side here and there. Like when I first started working, you know, I would hear racist comments from coworkers openly at like Del Taco or like at like McDonald's.
Yeah.
You know, like never Starbucks or anything like that. But you would hear that.
You really never at Starbucks?
No, because like it's younger, and also like Starbucks like at least the stores I worked for, like they were trying to not be racist, you know.
They were trying to not be racist.
Yeah, I mean, like we didn't talk about trying to not be racist. They just weren't, you know. It's just
the culture was different.
The culture was different. It was never like no one ever said under their breath like a racial slur or anything like that, you know.
Whereas in other places,
yeah, for sure, it was like I heard them, and I was too young to really like understand, like where I grew up too. Like I heard them all the time, so it's like for me, it's like it was just normal to hear this kind of stuff, and like no one was calling out anyone, and no one shamed anyone. Yeah, you know, no one held anyone for any accountability. You know, it was a majority, you know, versus the minority. Yeah, it's like even then, I didn't like if I tried talking about it, you know, and if it was wrong, who knows if anyone would back me up. You know, whereas now, if I said something to someone like, hey, you know, that racial slur you said is not cool. Someone else would for sure back me up, you know, and record it too. Why not? Yeah. You know. Yeah. So it's like, you know, I don't hear that now. I don't hear these things now. So it's like I think those edgy jokes are going away for sure. Like don't get me wrong, I love dark humor. Like it's cool. Like, and you can't really it won't go away, you know, but like the edgelord shit, like that's not, I don't know. Like
there was a time for that.
There was a time for that.
I guess, like
society has grown past the need for edgelord comments.
Yeah. And dark humor doesn't even necessarily mean edgy stuff. There's a variety of things. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, like, I guess it doesn't always have to come at the expense of, like, a group. Like, it really doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. That's all we're saying, guys. Don't be a dick. That's it. You know. Yeah. Like, it's, you know, be funny somehow else. Like, just.
Yeah, there's, like, I don't know. It's like the older you get, the more, like how you like foods as you get older that you didn't like when you were younger. I think that's also the case with like humor too, is that I don't know, as a kid these things make you laugh because it's like, oh, you're not supposed to say that.
Like, oh, they said it. Ooh, they crossed that line.
Yeah.
Ooh, like what a fucking crazy guy.
Exactly. Yeah. And like anything, I think you're just gonna grow past the point where like, all right, like we've outgrown that.
Yeah, it's like.
And I think even for, like, younger kids, when it comes to that kind of, like, oh, you said it, edgelord humor, I think it does evolve throughout time. Like, yeah, the jokes we grew up with were pretty racist. And I think the next generation that is going to, like, have their fun in the sun with those, like, edgelord jokes. Yeah. I think it's going to get slightly less racist as time goes on.
I mean, that's just how...
Even though... You're right?
Yeah, that's just how... I mean, I like to assume that's how we progress, you know. We get more peaceful, we get less racist, you know. We get smarter and wiser, you know, as each generation goes, you know. But that being said, we got to give them a fair chance, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I've been like looking up a lot of climate stuff lately. It's been, I don't know, because like you have to think about it. Like, isn't the Paris Climate Accord like part of the agreement is like by 2050 we have zero emissions?
Yeah. Yes.
That's like, you think about the year we're in right now, you know, so,
We have 30 years.
like, to first off, getting to 50% would be a huge goal.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just, like, that's been, like, a daunting, like, thought in my head lately on top of this pandemic stuff. Because,
climate change is
climate change is still here. It's
mm-hmm.
still here, you know.
Yeah.
And things are going back to normal, or, like, I mean, like, maybe they're going back to normal. Maybe we're shutting things down, you know. But, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting, man, because, like, now it's, like, Trump's probably going to lose on, like, he's going to lose on that, but also, what is Biden doing for climate? Like, what's his stance on that?
I'm guessing it's going to be, like, along the lines of Obama. Rejoin the Paris Accord. And, like, well, he's not going to ban fracking.
No, definitely not. I don't see him doing anything as far as, like...
it's going to be half-assed measure. He's not going to ban fracking, but he's going to be like, let's regulate it somehow. Let's regulate everything, is my guess, you know? Instead of saying, like, well, let's invest in, like...
green energy.
Yeah, like a real, like, Green New Deal type of thing. I don't know. It's not gonna go anywhere near, like, as far as we need it to go.
Well, that being said, like, and I do hope, like, with these protests that did happen right now, it's like, you know, if we do get new legislation with because of these protests, you know, if these keep happening and things do happen because of this, it makes me think if Biden does win and if climate change, like, really gets worse, you know, maybe we will hit the streets again. You know, maybe this will inspire people to really go out there again and protest, because we've been doing it. Like, we did it during COVID times. You know, we've done it throughout, like, these entire all these killings through these cops. I think there should be a climate, you know,
like a climate action
for sure.
Yeah,
there needs to be, like, it needs to happen already. Like, we're already way behind. If anything, we should have started this like 30 years ago.
Oh yeah. I agree. My fear is that, like, I can see actions happening, like, for something to be done about, like, climate change, but my fear is that that's only going to happen when enough people are affected by it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, which at that point is going to be too late.
Yeah, exactly. Is that too far are we too far too gone? You know? Like, it's scary to think about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to change this into climate change. I know, like...
into climate.
We're all thinking about COVID and all that. We're all thinking about everything that's going on. But, like, that's still there. Like, just because it's not the main topic right now doesn't mean it's still not there.
Yeah. It's a depressing podcast.
Yeah. And on top of that Epstein statue came out of nowhere.
Oh,
Recurring segment alert.
Oh my god. In Albuquerque?
Yeah,
in Albuquerque, New Mexico, there mysteriously appeared a Jeffrey Epstein statue in front of, like, City Hall or something like that.
I forget exactly the location, but...
it's, like, in front of, like, some important building. And at one point it was guarded by, like, an armed, like, one-man militia.
Yeah, a one-man militia with, like, a face mask on, some, like, body gear.
Yeah.
Did he have a gun, or was I imagining that?
I think he had a gun, unless I'm imagining it too. But I remember seeing a gun.
Point is, like, the statue had some, like, security, you know?
Yeah.
And
it did.
On the statue it said, like, here's Jeffrey Epstein, like
a
there was, like, a plaque that was on it.
Like, with, what is it called?
Or
not like a biography, not a eulogy, but, like, when they have, like, on a plaque that they're talking about the person who the statue is of. And they'll have, like, a little rundown on their life.
Is it Miriam or I don't even know.
Probably, yeah. I think.
I probably mispronounced that. Sorry, guys. Just, if anything, correct us later.
Memoriam? I don't know. Is that a word?
Memoriam?
Memoriam?
Yes, I think so. But I don't know, actually. Don't quote me on it. Again, correct us later. But point is,
Jeffrey Epstein statue.
It's there, and it's, like, it's basically says like who this guy was,
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Epstein, who was like a young like who taught here at one point, or
Mm-hmm.
who he said something about like his upcoming, and then it said basically what he was convicted for on the bottom of it,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it, and it's just a statue of him. Like
Yeah.
they don't know how it got there. They know one person was guarding it at one point, and how long is it going to be there? Who knows? Like that's the thing. I like why is that there? Like
that is the weirdest thing ever, and it's so creepy too.
Like joke or not, like if someone legit like made a statue of Jeffrey Epstein, like that's the Edgelord shit I'm talking about. Though, like if that's a joke, that's really fucked.
That is fucked. That is like Edgelord shit.
Because like we don't really know, and if that's not Edgelord shit, that's really scary. Because what is that? Is that like some kind of like occult like ideology where like they just had like Jeffrey there like as a statue? Like I don't know, because someone has to make a statue of. If someone makes a statue of someone, it's either going to be a joke or something serious.
Yeah,
it's not going to be like just for shits.
Yeah,
like no one makes a statue of like a rapist, sex trafficking like piece of shit. Like no one does that.
Yeah, my best guess is that it was somebody that like probably thought it would be funny somehow, and I guess it's the randomness of it is kind of funny because like what the fuck
in the middle of all this
the middle of all this like there's just randomly like a Jeffrey Epstein statue.
It could just be like it could be like a joke, or it could be like a reminder like, hey, this guy, remember this guy, this trial.
Actually that's a good point. I didn't consider that because in the midst of them tearing down all the statues, the topic of statues is like a topic of conversation.
Yeah.
So they're like, hey, what perfect way to reintroduce like the Epstein thing than with the statue. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I really thought it would, like, the only possibility was a troll. But it could be like someone's weird way of drawing attention to it.
Yeah, it's like, hey, let's bring it back. Or, I don't know. I think it could be that. It could be the joke. It could be a very culty-like thing. I don't know. And if it's a cult thing, well, that'd be so scary.
Yeah. That would be.
I wouldn't doubt it. Fuck it. Like, at this point, I'm not doubting anything.
Anything's possible. Anything is possible these days.
Mm-hmm. There's a sex cult out there.
Yeah.
Jeffrey was the guy.
Jeffrey was the guy. You know what I was randomly thinking about the other day? Along the lines of, like, natural catastrophes is, like, what if the big one happened anytime soon?
See, like...
I had a dream about it the other day.
Did you really?
Yeah. And I remember thinking in my dream, like, oh, perfect. Now this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's what everyone would think. Like,
yeah.
Oh, now this? Okay, fuck it. Like, that's the thing. It's like the big one or another hurricane or whatever, dude. Like, if that happens, I feel like that's going to be the next protest, Like, if it's just, like, obvious signs of climate change,
Yeah.
Causing damage to our planet. You know? The next big thing that's gonna hit, like we got lucky with like Florida, recently.
Wait, what happened?
I forgot what was the name of the hurricane that was supposed to hit Florida, and Trump drew on that map, saying that was gonna hit Alabama as well. But then he denied.
Oh, that rings a bell. I remember that. Yes.
So long ago.
Yeah.
But also, it was like last year.
But always like not. Whoa, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So that was a real hurricane that like missed Florida by a hair.
Yeah. And Trump drew it on that map. I'm still gonna say that again. Remember that, guys? Trump drew on that map with a Sharpie.
Oh, because he thought it was like a dry erase marker
or whatever it was. The point is like he drew on it and then claimed that didn't he claim that he didn't draw on it or whatever, or he claimed that like the officials were gonna like scientists were saying it was gonna hit.
All of these all of the Trump goofs are like a blur in my mind now.
Yeah, dude, honestly.
Because there's just so many of them that I can't even keep. It's always something with Trump. Like
I want a greatest hits.
A greatest hits album.
Yeah, of Trump's biggest fucking fuck ups like throughout the years.
Dude, that would actually be like a really cool episode idea.
Just everything Trump's done.
Like his greatest hits. Trump's greatest hits of goofs.
Oh yeah, just.
Also, do you think that would be wrong? Like, we're making light of it? I
Hmm.
don't think so.
I mean, it's just honesty.
Yeah.
Because we did that. We could do that with anyone. Obama's,
Yeah.
Bush's,
That is
Clinton's.
true. Yeah.
Yeah. If you really like, I mean, hey, I don't know, guys. We don't know. We're just spitting. We're talking ideas.
We're just spitting. But that kind of would be like, that would be a good one. Because I would love to like just go down memory lane and reminisce all of the Trump mishaps. Because there's so many that they blend. They blend in my mind.
Yeah, I just want to like. It's probably too many to count, really.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I don't know, man. I do want a good laugh. Like it'd be a really cool episode to do.
When things have settled down.
Yeah. Maybe if he loses, like.
Oh, that would be amazing. If he loses.
Like, oh god.
Or if he wins.
Just bring it like. Oh
bring
man.
It full circle.
If he wins.
Hey, remember all this stuff? We have 4 more years of it.
4 more years. It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse.
Oh man, yeah. We should get like live shit face for that pod. Like,
I would. Oh, that sounds like fun, actually.
You hear that, guys? We'll do it if you do it.
Ooh.
Well, we'll just do it.
Little teaser.
Yeah.
Little teaser.
If Trump wins, I guess you might have to hold us to it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I think that. Let's do it. Let's say right now.
Let's promise.
The election edition of the pod is gonna be Trump's goofs. Unless we think of a better idea, but that seems like a good blueprint to me. Yeah. I would love to actually do something like that.
Oh yeah, I'm down. All right, you hear that, guys? Mark your calendars.
You heard, and we should drink for that one. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
that'd be so fun.
It'd be a cool drinking game. We'll set the rules. Okay, we'll set the rules for you guys. So yeah, plan this out. Get whatever you want, and we'll set the rules.
Yeah.
And you'll drink anytime we mention
Oh, yep. It's gonna be a drinking game.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna turn it into a drinking game. Yes.
We'll figure it out, guys. But yeah, get ready for that.
Yeah. I like that. I like the way you think.
Hey, thanks. But yeah. So.
The world, man. The world.
Yeah, I'm scared, man. I'm just scared. I wonder what everyone thinks about America. I wonder what every country thinks. Like, are they gonna get it together anytime soon?
No, I don't think so. I don't think people. I think we have that. I think that's how we're perceived.
We're just foolish.
Yeah, but I also think there might be people who see us as poor Americans. They have to live in America.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's one or the other.
That's the thing.
They're oh, America, that trash ass country, or those poor Americans that have to live in America.
Well, it's like I wonder if some countries look at us and think, yeah, hopefully think just pity, because they know Trump didn't win the popular vote. It's just our system's so fucked,
Yeah.
And then we had
oh my God,
that he won. So I hope some countries are you know what? They didn't really want this.
Yeah, they didn't really ask for this. Wow. I don't know if you saw the Kentucky primary, or if you kept up with it, the one that just happened.
Who's running again?
Charles Booker versus Amy McGrath.
Yeah. Okay. So what happened with that? I didn't.
So they took extra long on reporting.
Didn't they?
Telling the results. Amy McGrath ended up winning.
They pulled a Bernie thing?
They pulled a Bernie. Yeah.
That's what I heard. Yeah. I was oh, those motherfuckers.
Yeah, that smells so fishy.
Yep.
Charles Booker probably won it, and they did. They pulled some.
How much did he win by? Or?
I don't know, but by hair.
By hair.
They were neck and neck. Yeah.
Wait, so can he ask for a recount or?
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, because that would.
But he did tweet something out today that seemed like a concession thing. So I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think his plan is probably to run again the next time and because realistically, I think that's the only way that just name recognition. At some point, something's got to stick.
Yep.
People are gonna see hey, it's that guy that runs every time.
Yeah.
Campaigns every time.
Yeah.
You know.
But That's the thing. It's like, if it's not this election, it's gonna be the next. If Trump loses, it's definitely gonna be the next. Like, things are gonna get more progressive.
Mm-hmm.
If Trump wins, oh man, like it's. I feel like if Trump wins, it's gonna implode on itself so bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, it's gonna implode so bad. But that's just my fear. But that's also me just thinking.
I think there could be like a tide of like more progressive wins if Trump wins. Actually, I don't know. But I think like this last round of primaries, I really didn't keep up with a lot of them, just like key ones. But from what I like have heard and read, the progressive candidates usually won. So it seems like each time progressive candidates do a lot better because, I guess just because all of the policies are now like mainstream talking points, like the Medicare for All, the Green New Deal. It's not scary anymore like when people say them.
We've been talking about this for a while now. Like,
yeah.
Bernie's been talking about this since 2016.
Yeah. So it's like more normalized now. Mm-hmm. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope. But like, hopefully we can get something done now. Hopefully Trump doesn't win again. I know I keep saying that, but you gotta throw it out there in the universe.
That would be really funny, though. I mean, like, no, it wouldn't, but also, like,
yeah,
it would in the sense that, like, of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's
what did
how
you expect?
Yeah.
That's how things work.
That's how things work, yeah. It would just be so like, soul-crushing, like, honestly.
If he won again.
Yeah. Because I remember the day you, like, after Election Day, and we all knew he was going to be the president.
That
it was
feeling.
Very, like, a grimy feeling of a day. Like, I remember going to work, and no one was happy.
Yeah.
Like, everyone was just quiet.
Did you work at Starbucks?
Yeah, I was working at Starbucks at the time. Like, it was like in the middle of the day. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was just weird. Just that vibe. It was
that
weird.
Vibe was off.
It was weird for a couple of days.
I had school the next day, and like that vibe was totally off.
Yeah.
Like it felt different.
No
it
one
felt
was
weird.
Happy. Yeah, I mean, like, for me, it was a huge realization. It's like, oh, I live in California, where things look like things look different, you know, from the rest of the country. Like, it was really eye-opening for me. It was like, okay, it's not, like, people don't think like this in other states.
Yeah.
You know, there's a huge divide. And, like, that's the thing. It's like, that election was a realization of, like, how divided this country really was, you know? Mm-hmm. Or really is, you know? Still is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, for me, like, what I really got from that was... Because after, like, all we knew that Trump was going to be the president and everything, and it's like a lot of people didn't vote, you know? And it's like you saw the excitement for Trump even, like, here in the IE. Like, I saw tons of Trump stickers, like, a lot of, like, people... I saw a couple of people, like, wearing MAGA hats, like, just out in public. I saw...
I don't see him that much anymore. That's the thing.
I don't know, not anymore.
Well, because, like... Well, I mean, like... I know people who, like, wear MAGA hats. Mm-hmm. And, like, they told me, like, they get shamed. Or, like, they have been shamed. Mm-hmm. Or, like, they get, like, their family members, like, whoever they go out with, you know...
They get shit for...
They get shit for it. They get embarrassed for it, you know. Mm-hmm. It's just, like... It's not the same, you know, back as it was back then. Like, like, that MAGA shit doesn't have that clout like it used to. Like,
it doesn't. It doesn't.
You're not bringing that clout anymore. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Like, Trump's veil is, like, is lifting.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because he was able to, like, put out that, like, that cult of personality of, like, shooting from the hip and being for the working man and, you know, not being politically correct.
Yeah, and this entire time he's revealed himself as what he truly is, which is just a con man.
Like, it's a con man. He's, like, such a baby, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he really came off as, like, a tough guy on the campaign trail.
Bro, like...
And throughout the years, we've seen just, like, how sensitive and how butthurt he gets over everything.
Dude, it's so funny with, like, the, didn't he have a rally recently where he defended himself about how he was stumbling on a ramp?
Yeah.
Oh my
little
God.
Shit like that. Like, he'll point out every...
Like 2.5 minutes. Yeah. What kind of president spent 2.5 minutes speaking about a ramp and its angles and how slippery it is and just how unstable he would have been? And Like, that's just such a childish thing. Like, you don't, like, you're the president, just move on. Like,
Trump addresses every instance of ridicule
mm-hmm.
or like teasing that he gets. Like,
man, in a way, like, thank God for him, because like, watching him makes me just not want to be that. It makes me just want to, like, stay away from that as far as possible. Because it's just, like, that's an extreme. Like, just that kind of personality. Like,
yeah.
where you have to critique everything.
Yeah.
Like critique your haters, you know.
Yeah,
sometimes
address everything.
You don't need to address it at all. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, a lot of the times you don't. Most of the time you shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Especially if you're in a position of power, like being the world leader.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's just me thinking.
Yeah, because it's not like he's like a lot of his criticism was not towards like people who wouldn't vote for him. It was towards like the media or other celebrities or like other world leaders that would say things about him. You know what I mean? It would never be like whenever he talks about like ideological opponents, he will reference them as like the left or the Democrats or whatever, right?
Liberals,
It's like very general.
The fake news media.
Yeah. Very general, like, call-outs, I guess.
Yeah.
But where he thrives is when people one-on-one insult him directly. Like, he's gone after, like, Mika Brzezinski, Rachel Maddow, Anderson Cooper. Like, you know, people who he, like, has beef with because probably, I mean, at the end of the day, he's an actor. You know what I mean? Like, he was a celebrity.
Yeah.
Like, he knew all the...
He's super into, like, TV ratings. He knows the words.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like, that's just his thing, man. He's weird like that.
Yeah, he thrives off of that.
Yeah.
Like, that's his bread and butter right there.
Man, I wonder...
That's what he does best.
Do you think how big is his ego? Like... And I wonder what... Imagine what that guy would be like on shrooms. Like, you just put him on shrooms, he'd probably shave his head, and just, like, make him trip one time.
Imagine if Trump experienced ego death.
Oh, wow. Like, what kind of person would he be?
Yeah.
Do you think the world would forgive him if, like, he just, like, took shrooms, and then he's, like, then became this guy, and, like, just, like, documented his whole journey, you know?
I would love... oh my god, if such a documentary existed, like, that would be everything. I would love to watch a documentary about Trump's, like, shroom trip.
Oh my god,
his ayahuasca trip.
Yeah, like, oh my god, imagine, like, he just did ayahuasca, and he's like, yeah, so...
I see now.
He's like, I see everything. Well, like, I don't know, like, it's interesting how people are, like, when people go away. Like Bush, you know, like how Bush came back.
He's just rehabilitated. Like, he's just the good guy now.
Yeah,
like, we like him now.
Yeah, no, like, this guy did horrible things, like war crimes, bro. Like,
And he won twice, dude. He was elected twice. Like, 9/11 happened, and he won. Again.
I mean, like, hey, you know, again, that's why the whole Trump thing, it's like, you never know, man.
Yeah, that's why I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
That being said, guys, I think we're gonna skedaddle here. We're gonna
skedaddle.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy our night. You know, we hope you enjoy your day or night whenever you listen to this. Hope you guys stick around for the next one. Take it easy.
Take it easy, guys. Peace out. Stay hydrated. Wear a mask. Be careful. Yeah. Take care.
Wear the mask. Honestly, please wear the mask
over your nose. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.